What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Double A Half here with another Cynthia G video. And I think maybe this might be one of the last times I do a video pertaining to this woman. Because the short answer is she's one-dimensional. She's very one-dimensional. She offers no solutions to anybody, let alone the greater quote-unquote black community. She has no answers. All she does is try to spread toxic femininity and try to cloak it and project it as self-hatred that quote-unquote black men have. But it couldn't be any more apparent to me that she has a lot of fucking issues. And a part of me feels bad for her. But you know what? You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make the motherfucker drink. So, this video, she's talking about interracial stuff again. She seems to do that a lot, but I'm not going to approach it really from that perspective because she's about to go on like a 90-second tear of just talking fucking garbage. And I'm just going to address some of the things that she says in that 90 seconds because it's the same old, like, tired story that we keep on hearing from women that follow this psycho bitch. You know what I mean? And it's pathetic. It's pathetic and it's lazy is what it is. And again, like I said, there's no solutions in sight. So me, I'm about solutions. My channel is going to be about solutions. Most men or guys that like to think that they're men, and I don't mean that talking about transgenders. I mean that guys that aren't sure if they are a man or not because, obviously some people grow up without fathers and they don't really know what it is to be a man. So all those people, if you're a solution oriented thinker, then you're on the right path. Okay, so keep that with you. But yeah, I'm gonna play this video. And then she's going to, obviously start spewing out the bullshit. And I'm just going to address it as it comes.
TikTok.
Oh, yeah, before we start, please do remember to like, share, subscribe. I do appreciate all the support I've been getting lately. Well, not just lately, but all in all. So please do. If you like it, like it. If you don't like it, give me a thumbs down too. Shit, you know what I'm saying? Give feedback, Thank you.
I don't really be on TikTok, but I get a lot of content coming from TikTok. And again, it's because it's a cesspool of black men and women of no color on there talking about their unions. They're very problematic, counterproductive.
I don't have TikTok, just to throw it out there. Don't have TikTok. Not really interested in TikTok. I think it's for kids. So if adult walks up to me and starts talking to me about TikTok, whether it be male or female, I'm going to definitely look at you like I shouldn't be taking you serious. And that's just what it is. Yeah, not on it. So I couldn't tell you who's on it or what's going on it. Again, I believe it's for children, so I would imagine children are on it. But obviously, according to this chick, she might be on it too. Who the hell knows? But I'm not on that shit. And brothers, y'all shouldn't be on that shit either. You know what I'm saying? If you don't got nothing better to do than be on some TikTok, unless that's how you getting your money, then you definitely got some things you need to sort out. Okay, that's first and foremost. Definitely got some things you need to sort out. There's definitely some books that you could read to better yourself and to achieve a greater understanding of the world around you. That you're not going to figure out or find out on TikTok.
Unions that literally for the black man is a manifestation of his self-hatred, and for the woman of no color is basically a declaration.
So she just said interracial relationships for black men is a manifestation of self-hatred. Like what? Like what are you talking about, lady? What are you talking about, man? What are you talking about? So what happens when a quote-unquote black woman marries a white dude? You don't say the same thing. I know you don't because I've seen probably like 3 of your videos, and then you say, oh, black men have nothing to offer, so they have to go to the dominant societies. Like I said on my last video that I did about you, you love white men. You know what I'm saying? That shit is obvious to me. obvious as hell. You love white men. And you know what? I don't give a fuck. If you love white men so much, go be with a white man. Stop fucking, living in hate and regret. You fucking sad and pathetic. You're like a damn golem. You know what I mean? Like the troll underneath the bridge, just fucking withering away down there. Like if you love white men, go be a white man. But I don't understand how if a black man is with a quote unquote white woman, that's a manifestation of self hate. Like what? Who hurt you? Who hurt you? Someone in your life hurt you, Cynthia. And if you want, we could talk about it. We could definitely get to the roots of this. Because someone definitely hurt you and left this big ass void in where your heart should be. That void that you got there, that's where your heart's supposed to go. But someone definitely hurt you. I don't know who it was, but man, that man did a number on you. But yeah, definitely the manifestation of self hate. But then if a quote unquote black woman marries a white guy or any other race guy, there's no such jargon like that coming out of your fucking mouth. Okay, but I mean, I don't expect consistency. That's the last thing I would expect from someone like Cynthia G.
Of her non-select status in her own community and her inability to be with a man within her.
And now for the quote unquote Caucasian woman or any other race woman to be with a quote unquote black dude, what she's saying is she can't find a man in her quote unquote community, and she doesn't have select status. All right, so where should I start with that? First and foremost, if a quote unquote white woman wants to marry a quote unquote black dude, I don't think that that's any reflection of the status. I think it's very naive and vague to make a statement like that, and irresponsible as well. For an adult to make a statement like that, for a quote unquote white woman to marry a quote unquote black person, she doesn't have status, or she can't find someone in her race. So, let's just ask the question: why do people marry outside of their race in general? Obviously, just multiple answers to that, because obviously it's a case by case situation. But let's just think of a few. Now, if you want to go off the whole like love thing, then obviously, you love and then you marry for love, and people do that. I don't technically recommend that, but people do that. So if you love someone that happens to be a different race, okay, all right, do your thing, I guess. Especially over here in America, where freaking you could be a man and marry a goddamn man. So then there shouldn't be an issue with differences of quote unquote race, especially over here. Especially coming from the super liberals, they shouldn't have a problem with that. But anyway, moving on. What else? What's another reason? Maybe where you live, there aren't many people that look like you. That's possible. If someone moves to a community, leaves their community and goes to a different community, and there's not many choices for them in their community, then that could lead to someone marrying someone that's not of the same quote unquote race, I would imagine. Depends on how you meet. People meet different people doing different things. For instance, when you're in college, you meet people taking the same classes as you, but come from all different parts of the country, the world, and have different cultures and stuff like that. And if you really hit it off, then obviously sparks could start from that. Then you can wind up marrying, because you see something in this person, you share the same values, stuff like that. Like for instance, for me, I said this before, I'll say it again. My wife, she understands the male principle, the female principle, and roles. We have a firm grasp on roles and understand how it's supposed to be in order. All right, so I don't have a chaotic failed marriage. But if I were to marry someone that didn't understand order and didn't understand the simple things, like that, then yes, I probably would have a chaos filled fucking marriage, or slash relationship, because if it was chaos filled, marriage is part of order. So I would doubt that we would be married, because that just wouldn't go, so there's many reasons, but for her to sit here and say what she's saying, it's just like, really, like, dude, like, who the fuck hurt you? You know what I'm saying? Someone needs to. We gotta start a GoFundMe for her for actually a couple reasons. First, we need to GoFundMe for Cynthia so she can get like a makeover, okay? Because I don't know what look she's going for, but that shit ain't fucking working. You know what I'm saying? She going for the like, I care how I look, but I don't give a fuck how I look because I don't need a nigga, and it shows. it definitely shows, Cynthia. So we're gonna help you with that. One, and two, we need to GoFundMe for you to help you get a psychiatrist, because you need professional fucking help to unpack a lot of that baggage that you're carrying around. But anyway, moving on.
Her own community. So what they'll do is they'll crawl over and mosey on over to the black community, find them a 3 trash bag carrying struggle dusty, throw some Brock's braids in their hair.
I mean, does that happen? Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, sometimes. Actually, oftentimes, quote unquote, people from outside the race, these women, they want to come over just to quote unquote be with a black guy because of what they think or what they've heard or seen on TV. Not for nothing, and people don't seem to understand this, but not for nothing. Quote unquote black culture, which isn't a real fucking culture because black is a damn color, and it doesn't denote any kind of lineage or history or nothing like that. If you want to talk about black history, it would literally have to be the etymology of the word black. We have to stop going by this moniker of a color. Again, it does not signify anything, of meaning. So the black community, black, quote unquote, black culture is pop culture. Quote unquote, hip hop and rap music. That's quote unquote pop. That's mainstream. That's out there. You know what I mean? So, that quote unquote culture is literally, displayed for everybody, and people emulate it. So everybody, no matter where you are, you could be in fucking the boonies of fucking Montana. You know, quote unquote black culture. Because it's pop culture. Quote unquote black people. You see them all the goddamn time. You see the singers, the rappers, the celebrities, the basketball players, and all that shit. So, you see these people and then you idolize them, and then you want to be with them, or you think you do, because you idolize them for so goddamn long. So that happens. That doesn't mean that freaking, anything that this woman is trying to say behind it. She's definitely going way out on a limb, on a skinny ass tree branch about to fucking snap. But hold on, she says something that I have to rewind. That way you can hear the whole thing.
So what they'll do is they'll crawl over and mosey on over to the black community, find them a 3 trash bag carrying struggle dusty, throw some Brock's braids in their hair, try to mimic black women.
Okay, see, and this is another thing. She says throw some box braids in their hair. Like, you can see this white woman or white girl on the right with box braids, and she says try to mimic black women. So let me ask you a question. Cynthia G, I've seen you in your weird ass looking wig. And that wig, a lot of the time, isn't resemblant of fucking quote unquote black hairstyles. It's resemblant of quote unquote European hairstyles. You yourself, that's you. So you're sitting here talking about white chicks getting box braids. Don't get me wrong. I do understand that white women, try to go for that Afrocentric look often. But just as often, black women try to go for that European look as well. So let's just not, why are we even going there, Cynthia? Why are we going there? I see so many quote unquote black women with the quote unquote straight haired wigs, or, they try to go for the white looks, blonde hair, highlights, and all sorts of shit. Like, come on, man. Really? Come on. Like, this is why I say, like, this is probably going to be one of the last videos I do on this chick, unless she does something completely different from what she's been doing. Because, like, again, it'll just be beating the hell out of a dead horse. This chick is pathetic. She's talking about 3 trash bags, struggle dusty, beta male. Bitch, you got a baby, bought one. That nigga, Mr. Perkins, whatever that nigga name is, Robert Perkins, whatever his name is. I literally found out about him watching a video of him simping mad hard. And I was like, this nigga's pathetic. And then later find out that's the nigga you had a baby by. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh my God, like that's crazy. You out here talking all reckless, like people don't know who the fuck you had a baby with. That nigga is a straight like Herb. You know what I'm saying? Herb, he is the poster boy of that saying that you have, Cynthia, of the three trash bags, struggle, dusty, yada yada. And you know, I don't know Cynthia, so she might be like, yeah, no, he is. She might agree, but then, bitch, what I say about you? You still made that decision. So let's just keep things in proper perspective. So I think you're getting a little ahead of yourself. With that big ass forehead, you're definitely getting ahead of yourself. And since your man ain't checking you or your baby daddy ain't checking you, then I'm gonna check your ass. Shit, throw your ass in check, bitch. Enough is enough. You out here, fooling and throwing other quote unquote black females off the right path with your nonsense. Trying to project it onto other people. Like, nah, that is you. You got problems. You have a lot of insecurities. I could tell that. That's number one. And you definitely got a lot of baggage. Somebody definitely hurt you, or probably multiple people hurt you in your fucking life. Because it doesn't make any sense for you to come to the conclusions that you do and still offer no solutions. And again, I don't expect you to offer solutions, Cynthia. That would be asking way too much of you. And I would never do that to you, okay? I don't need to put that pressure on you. You know what I'm saying? That's you got enough pressure on your head from that wig that you need to get removed and thrown in the goddamn trash. Then so you definitely don't need me giving you no more pressure. But again, if you want to bring up the hairstyles, like that shit should be null and void. Because again, I see it all the time. When I leave my house today, when I go to work, I'm going to see quote unquote black women with quote unquote European hairstyles and colors and shit like that. So let's just knock it off, Cynthia. You phony.
And then try and compete with black women and feel as though they're better. And this is one of those videos.
Well, again, see that look. If that happened to her, if that's anecdotal, then that's anecdotal. And then just say that you've experienced something like that. But just to make a blanket statement saying that because like those quote unquote white women all believe that they're all better, like I have a hard time believing that, because if they, based off what you're saying, if they're going to get the box braids and stuff like that, how the hell could they think that they're better if they're trying to emulate? You know what I'm saying? Like if you're a copy, you can never be better than the original. And that goes both ways. So if a white woman is trying to, look quote unquote black, then how the hell can she sit here and try to, speak from a position of, oh, I'm better? You know what I mean? Like, again, like, why drink Bud Light if you got Bud? You know what I'm saying? Why drink Coors Light if you got Coors? No one wants the fucking, the slim down version. You know what I'm saying? Just give me the regular shit,
videos. And in this video, there's a black woman who's responding to it. She's putting herself out there to protect black men who are nowhere to be found when black women need protection. And so I want you guys to look at this video.
Cynthia, please tell me the last time you protected you quote unquote protected a quote unquote black man. I would love to know.
And then I'm going to come back and talk about this whole pathology with these women of no color, particularly this one in this video, as well as black women.
Speaking of which, at the bottom, if you can look at the bottom right corner of this video, you can see Cynthia. Well, actually, if you're watching this on YouTube, maybe you can't because my subscribe button might be blocking it. But if you go to this original video, she has like a little picture of herself. And that hair, that straight long hair, come on. Come on.
Who put themselves in this position. So take a look at this video. I'll come back for further commentary.
I just thought the most disgustingest fucking video on my For You page, and I just want to show y'all a snippet of it.
Going around about why do white girls like black dudes? We can't have nothing, all this other bullshit. So I just came here to explain to TikTok.
First of all, I've never seen this video, and again, I only wanted to talk on the first 90 seconds of what Cynthia was saying, which I did. But I do want to see what this is about real fast. If it's about something, or if there's something here to discuss, then I will. But if not, I'm definitely gonna end this video.
Talk. Why as white females love our black men? First of all, they're sexy as hell.
Where do I even fucking start? First off, you said you was trying to address it to TikTok, but the way you're toning, the way you had to hesitate to say TikTok means you was trying to address it to black women. Secondly, can you stop fetish black men? Like, I'm so tired of seeing you fucking snow roaches fetishing black men. Like, not...
I mean, if you think highly of your quote unquote men, then you should expect them to be, put on a pedestal and looked up towards by other races. You should want that. That should be expected, right? And same rules apply. All quote unquote black women, we should expect them to be coveted by other races if we truly believe that they're beautiful, especially in their right mind, which they are. But so then I don't understand. I wouldn't get upset. That'd be part of course. That'd be part of course. I'd be surprised. Like, for instance, my wife. I think my wife is beautiful. If my wife walks in a place and people aren't turning heads, then that would be a surprise. You know what I'm saying? When my wife walks in places, people turn heads, and she gets attention. That's good. That's to be expected. So I don't understand why you would be upset that is the case.
Once in that fucking video, did you say how a black man makes you feel? That you feel comfortable around a black man? Or that you even remotely feel loved by a black man? But no, it was all the things that they do sexually for you. And don't even get me started on your little fucking fake black sin. I got so much more to say. It's the fact that I've been on this fucking planet for 22 fucking years and have been called everything under the fucking sun. But never have I had someone call me a fucking porch monkey. I was just trying to sit here and bring fucking awareness to the problem that is plaguing a black community, and that is white women out here fatting black men. What
the fuck is going on? Brothers, I'm sorry I even made y'all have to watch this silly shit. I don't even... Next time, y'all, peace. But yeah, I get it, though. Cynthia G, she's a fucking loser. Mainly, I'm doing this video for actually the women that watch my channel, so that way y'all could wake the fuck up to her bullshit. Because again, the real simple shit. If you're looking for someone to follow or subscribe to, this is what you should be looking for. Solutions. Do they offer any tangible solutions? That's number one. And then number two, number one is, are they for the quote unquote black man? And if they're not for the quote unquote black man, then we don't even have to go to solutions, because those aren't solutions. Okay, those are just freaking remedies. Those are slapping band-aids on freaking gunshot wounds. Okay, so yeah, first and foremost is obviously, are you for the quote unquote black man? And that's asking anybody. You find a freaking liberal Caucasian social justice warrior out there at one of your freaking your riots that you're at, because I know some of y'all definitely be out there at those riots. And then you ask them, are you for the quote unquote black man? If the answer is no, then obviously, keep it moving. Doesn't matter if they're white or black. You talk to a black person, talk to a black woman, black man. You talk to Cynthia G, and you ask her, what are your solutions for the black community? What are your solutions to get the quote unquote black man back where he needs to be? If they don't have any answers regarding that, then obviously you got to keep on moving. It's real simple. I'm offering y'all this. It's not like a theory. It's more like a tried and tested. The word has escaped my mind for some reason. I do apologize, but anyway, it's real simple. It's just like you plug it in, and then okay, does it work or it doesn't work? That's it. Is for or against the quote unquote black man? If you're for, okay, good. We can go forward. If not, then no. And obviously, Cynthia G is far from for the quote unquote black man. Return to his rightful spot. That way we can elevate the quote unquote black community. She's far from that. She's actually so far from that. She's actually trying to pull the black man down further. But it's fine though. It's fine because again, if you're not getting attention, then that means you're not doing something right. So We're gonna have people like Cynthia G's out there, and then when the time comes for them to get right, we'll let them back in, but they have to act right. And I'm not gonna sit here and say, "Oh, we're closing the door." We ain't forget, that how you was acting. No. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? You get right, then you can come on in if you act right. But if not, then nah. It's real simple. It's real simple. I'm not holding no grudges out here. Cynthia G, she's one of us. So the door's open as long as you act right and understand, what's going on out here. And again, if you're out there and you're watching this and you're in an interracial relationship and you want advice, whatever the case may be, look, we live in a country where you can do what the fuck you want to do. I know that there's a lot of people, especially if you're quote unquote black, that'll sit there and tell you, oh, you got to do for your team, do for this and that and the third and yada yada. Like you gotta understand something. That you got one life to live, as far as we know. As far as I know, I speak for myself. As far as I know, we have one life to live. So you got to live your life the way you want to live your life. And that don't mean you got to put yourself in a position to have a whole bunch of headaches just because the color of someone's skin. You know what I mean? If she doesn't understand the male principle, the female principle, and how they're supposed to work together, then if you want to go with that woman, by all means, that's on you, all right? But I don't recommend that. I recommend, find someone that's going to help you make your life and their life easier. That's what it should be about, okay? Because you can still do work for your community in a quote-unquote interracial relationship. The people that's out there, caping for the whole, like, oh, you gotta, be with the sister, you gotta be with a brother. Like, no. You don't have to do that. Well, actually, first and foremost, the seed line follows the father. So as long as the dude is quote unquote black, then the baby's gonna be black. And obviously, if the woman's quote unquote black, then the baby's not gonna be black. So that, I'm not really for. But again, we live in a time where freaking men are marrying men, and before you know it, they're gonna let people marry animals. So, obviously, you can do what the fuck you want to do. But back to my point. Excuse me. Back to my point. If as a quote unquote black man or quote unquote black woman, or say you're a white dude listening to this, again, you could, do what the fuck you want to do. You don't have to go out here and champion for your freaking quote unquote race like it's a goddamn team. Especially if you're quote unquote black. We got way too many issues out here before we even get to the stuff like that we need to address. Okay, I know this nigga Umar always talking about that shit, and he's a fucking fool too. This nigga got fucking babies not even in their lives and shit like that, talking about marrying quote unquote black women and having multiple wives. And again, I'm not against multiple wives. That's in the Bible. A man can have more than one wife. But it's just like this nigga don't got his shit together to be out here talking all the shit he's talking. Okay. But yeah, if you're gonna go that route, do it for the right reason. Obviously, now, I guess that's basically what I'm getting to. You do it for the right reason. Don't do it just because the person's quote unquote different or quote unquote white. Do it because that person checks off all the boxes, and you should have boxes that need to be checked off. You shouldn't just be out there just laying down with anybody and being with anybody. It has to be a reason and a purpose. You have to have a reason and a purpose for your life. So I guess to dumb it all down, that would be step one. What the fuck is your reason and or purpose? Because if you out here without that and you just like a fucking negative ass ball of energy like a Cynthia G, then you're gonna get results like a Cynthia G. All right, you're gonna be on YouTube fucking bitching and complaining about niggas that don't give a fuck about you because you a fucking loser, Cynthia. Okay, the path you on right now, you're a loser. And the path you're leading a lot of these quote unquote black women down ain't a good path. Okay, that's that loser bitch ass path talking about white women doing this and bitch. If you don't shut the fuck up, you know what I'm saying. But that's why ain't nobody calling for your ass. Nobody calling for your ass. Okay, nobody is calling for you, Cynthia. Okay, and I said that. But anyway, y'all, that's it. Peace.